你好，欢迎回来. Hi guys, this is Cerise. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making some shrimp with broccoli. So let's get started. In this bowl I have carrots, onions, and scallions. And of course they're sliced or chopped or grated. And then here's some broccoli that I had separated. In this bowl, I have some soy sauce, some cornstarch, I have ginger, garlic, and some rice wine vinegar. And in this bowl, we have the shrimp. Oh, and I also forgot to tell you that in the bowl as well, we have Shaoxing. Okay, so in this wok, which is super huge, I have some oil that I'm heating up. And what we're going to do is we're going to take those broccoli and we're going to stir fry them so that they get like a dark color brown on them, on the stems. So here we go, we're putting them inside of the pot. And we're just going to stir them around so that they get some color. Just for a few minutes. We're not going to cook them too much. We just want them to still stay crunchy, but just get a little color on them. Because don't forget, we're going to cook them again later. Well, the recipe is going to also be in the description box below, so if I missed any ingredients, it will be down there, don't worry. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. This little spot right here, the dark green, we want it to get like a nice dark color, like that. So we're gonna just continue to stir for a few more minutes because, you know, some of the broccoli hasn't touched the pan yet so that it can heat up. So we're just gonna stir them around so that it can touch the bottom. Okay. Excuse me. And now we are going to take this out of the pan, and now we're adding the other vegetables in. And I'm also gonna add some garlic and ginger to this as well, because you could never have too much garlic and ginger. I'm sorry, I just love garlic, ginger, and onions. And the scallions are like, whoa, that combination right there, the smell of it is like heaven. So good. Okay, so we're gonna stir fry this around just for a few minutes. There's the ginger, and I have some roasted garlic that we're putting in. This has that beautiful caramel color, and we're stirring it in just so the flavors can combine. Okay, so now that this is stirred around enough, until it gets like a little translucent, like we don't want the vegetables to be too cooked, too much, because we still want to have a little bit of texture and bite on them. Because like the broccoli, it's going to cook in the sauce later. So we're adding the shrimp now, and we're going to just mix that all together. And we're going to cook the shrimp for a little bit until it starts to get pinkish. If you don't have shrimp, you can also use beef, chicken, pork. You can use pretty much whatever you want. I'm adding a little bit of oil here because the oil absorbed when I put the other vegetables in. And we're just going to stir a little bit more until it gets a change of color. So when it gets to the desired color, or just a little bit, you know, we're going to add the broccoli in because it's all going to get mixed together again, and it's still going to continue to cook also. So we're just going to start around for a little bit longer just to get a little more color on this shrimp, and then we'll add the broccoli in. You can add snow peas if you want, or bean sprouts. Pretty much, you know, whatever you want. You can even add mushrooms if you want to, along with the broccoli. So I learned this dish when I was 14 from my stepmother, Ruth Ann. She taught me how to make the beef with broccoli. I was in the kitchen with her, and I remember when I first tasted it and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And she makes some really good food, so I was glad that she taught me how to do this. She makes this steak that is like, oh my goodness, it is so killer, it is so good. Me and my sister were like craving it, and we were like, we need the recipe. So I think I'm going to post that on here because it is so good that I have to share. Maybe I have to ask her first though. So yes, definitely have to ask her if I can do that. But this recipe has always been my favorite. It's always been a family favorite. It's been a pleaser for a lot of places I've taken it. So thank you, Ruth Ann. Yeah, she's a really good cook, and she makes this pasta with the meatballs, and just, oh my gosh, it's so good with the tomatoes and the garlic. It is amazing. Everything she makes is pretty good, man. Okay, so here we're just tossing in the broccoli, and we're going to mix that together very, very well combined so that everything marries together and, you know, has a relationship. Yep, they're all hanging out at the pool, jumped in. Yep. Okay. So now we're going to let this cook a little more. And of course we're going to stir it because we don't want anything to stick on the bottom. And here's the sauce that we're going to pour on here. So the cornstarch and the sugar are going to caramelize the sauce, and it's going to also thicken it. So you can make, if you want more sauce than this, you can make another batch of it and just add more if you like it saucy. And if you don't want it too saucy, like if you're on a special diet or whatever, you don't have to put too much sauce, but it's a really good sauce and you really want to try it on here because it makes a world of difference. It depends, you know, some places you go, they don't have a whole lot of sauce. Some have like a whole bunch of sauce when you go to takeout places. But it just, you know, according to your preference. So you can stir that in and get everything coated with the sauce. And I also made some jasmine rice with this, which is very fragrant and beautiful with this dish. So we're just going to mix it all in, make sure everybody's coated, as on blankets. I'm just trying to make sure that everything is well coated. Like I said, if you want more sauce, you can make another batch of it because, you know, it depends on how much you're making. You can make another whole batch and just let it coat the food and it'll be all good, all ready. It's a very, very quick dish depending on what kind of meat you're using. Especially because they're cut up, and shrimps cook like within 3 to 5 minutes anyway, so this dish is very, very fast. And this is the end result of the dish. And I added some sesame seeds on top just for decoration. If you like sesame seeds, sesame oil, you can add it if you want to. It's according to your preference. You could add chilies in there if you want to. Whatever you like. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Be a blessing to others, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. 谢谢你，上帝保佑。